Well, we finally finished our cordwood sauna, the cordwood portion anyway. We still have to do the changing room, and who knows when this part will get done, because next year we have to focus on infilling the house, and we have 2 walls to do, the outer wall and the inner wall, because it's going to be double cordwood. So this just isn't going to get done. I mean, it's going to take over a month to do the changing room, and we can't really do the changing room and focus on that and not the house. So it's going to be a couple years before that gets done, I'm guessing. But anyway, we got the portion that we need done finished, and that is the actual sauna part. But I wanted to go over a mistake that we made and show you the difference. So this is what it looks like finished and dried. This is paper enhanced mortar, so it's a nice cream white color. I think it looks pretty good. And this is a portion of the wall that is still drying, because this got laid up last. So it looks gray and stuff, but on the very bottom was done quite a while ago. Some of the moisture seeped into that bottom, but you can see the white on the bottom portion. Now, the mistake we made was, in the beginning, the first 2.5 walls, this wall all the way up to here, was done with type N mortar mix in the recipe. So it was 1 part type N mortar mix, 2 parts sand and 2 parts slurried paper. Well, that's not right. It's not mortar mix. It was supposed to be masonry cement, type N masonry cement. The difference is type N mortar mix is actually type N masonry cement with sand. So the sand is already in there, and you really can't tell, and I'll show you that in a second. But masonry cement is just the cement. So in the beginning, we found that the actual mix wasn't very strong. It was kind of brittle. And come to find out, I was using the wrong stuff. So after we laid up a couple walls, we switched the recipe, used the masonry cement, and it fixed it. And I'll show you the difference. For number 1, this is the mortar mix. It's actually crumbly. You can actually hear me brushing off stuff, okay? And that's because it's too sandy and not enough, let's say, glue, not enough cement in it. It's still a strong wall. I mean, it's not going anywhere, but I'm guessing if rain goes on here, it'll slowly deteriorate. So there's a couple ways we can maybe fix it. One way was we were going to just skim over the top with the actual recipe. So I'm trying that here, and I'm going to see how that works. And then the other fix is to tear down this wall. Tear down the wall and redo it, which that's about 5 days worth of work to tear it down and rebuild. So we might have to do that, but it's functioning now. It's going to get us through the winter. We'll figure that out later. Again, as you can see, the wrong recipe brushes off as kind of chalky, I guess you'd say. But the actual good recipe is very hard, smooth, just like cement. This is a portion of the wall that's dry. Nice and light colored. Very few cracking. There's one there. There's a little one here. But not too bad. But we do like the recipe, and I'll show you the difference between using the mortar mix, how strong it is, and using the masonry cement and how strong that is. So this here is the wrong recipe with the mortar mix, and I can take a chunk of that and I can break it pretty easily. Now here is the masonry cement. I just cracked all my knuckles. I can't break that. So that's the difference. So, I don't know, looking at that, because this is the first time I've actually tested this masonry cement, because I put this on the side as a test, and this is the first time I tried to break it. So that's a huge difference. I probably will end up tearing down that wall and redoing it at some point, probably when we go to do the changing room here. But big difference. Here's the mortar mix. Here's the masonry cement. So don't make that mistake, folks. But I'll show you the difference when it comes out of the bag. Here's the masonry cement, just a fine powder. And here's the mortar mix with sand already added. It's like the same thing. There is no sand in there. It's just like powder. But apparently it's mixed in there. But it makes a huge difference in the recipe.